It was a day that would haunt Rome for centuries. In the summer of 390 BCE, the young Roman Republic faced a terrifying enemy, the Senones, a warlike Gallic tribe from the north, led by their chieftain, Brennus. They had crossed the Alps not just to explore, but to conquer and plunder. And now they were heading straight for Rome. They met the invaders at the river Allia, about 11 miles from the city. The Romans, alarmed by reports of the advancing Gauls, sent their army north to confront the threat. The Gauls, meanwhile, were fierce, numerous, and battle-hardened. Despite being outnumbered, the Romans were confident. But confidence would not save them that day. They deployed their line thin and wide along the riverbank, leaving their flanks exposed. The hope was to stretch across the field and intimidate the enemy, but the Gauls saw the flaw immediately. The Roman force was made up of hastily assembled troops, led by military tribunes, not seasoned generals. Panic erupted, but the horror wasn't over. The Gauls didn't stop at the river. They marched straight for Rome. A tactical mistake, rather than forming up tightly or using the river terrain wisely, the Romans made a critical error. Brennus wasted no time. As the Roman center braced for a frontal assault, the Gauls swung around and attacked the sides, smashing into the Roman flanks with overwhelming force. The price: a ransom of 1,000 pounds of gold. As the Romans protested the unfair weight of the scales, Brennus tossed his sword atop the pile and declared, "Vi victis," woe to the vanquished. Within moments, the Roman line collapsed. Soldiers fled into the river, others ran for the hills. It wasn't a battle, it was a massacre. July 18th, the date of the defeat, was remembered each year as Dies Alensis, the day of Ilamona, dark mark on the Roman calendar. Most Romans had either fled or barricaded themselves in the Capitoline Hill, hoping the elevated position would offer protection. The humiliation at the Allia sparked a transformation that would shape Rome into the disciplined war machine it later became. That eerie moment became legend. Temples, homes, and markets went up in flames. The heart of the Republic was torn apart. Rome left defenseless. The surviving Romans fled back toward the city in terror. When they arrived, they found the gates wide open, the citizens too frightened or unprepared to resist. But Brennus and his men poured into the city, looting and burning Rome. Only the Capitoline held out, and even that nearly fell when Gauls tried to scale it in the night tone, only to be stopped by the sudden squawking of sacred geese in Juno's temple. Alerting the defenders, the infamous ransom eventually Rome could take no more. The Senate negotiated with Brennus to leave the city. But even that ended in insult. Rome had been humiliated, broken, but not destroyed. Legacy of the Allia, the Battle of the Allia, became a permanent scar on Roman memory. But from this devastation came resolve. Rome rebuilt stronger. It learned from its failure, investing in fortifications, strategy, and military discipline. In time, Rome would rise again and conquer lands far beyond the reach of the Gauls, but it would never forget the river where it had fallen. Follow for more.